So with Mafia 1 Definitive Edition coming out in August, I thought today I would talk about Mafia 2. And yes, before you guys comment, this is the pre-owned copy from GameStop, and it very much annoys me that they put this little sticker here because there's so much empty space on the back. Why don't you just put it here? Or there's empty space in here. Why don't you put it in here? GameStop. Get it together.
So in this game, you play as Vito Scaletta, an immigrant from Sicily who later joins in with gangsters in Empire Bay. And Empire Bay is essentially New York, but mixed a little bit with Chicago. This game is filled to the brim with side characters, and one of the most memorable ones in the entire game is Joe Barbaro, Vito's best friend. Like a mix of Joe Pesci mixed a little bit with Robert De Niro, but he still has his own personality and feels pretty unique, like he's not just a straight up imitation of those two people. Now, something about this game that I don't like that much is the driving, because it's really difficult to park your car and like turn into another lane. And a lot of times I'll be going really fast and then I'll accidentally run into something, then I'll have to like back out. And I know that the reason they did that was to try and make this game more realistic. I get it, but when I'm playing a game, I don't typically look for realism, I look for fun. Something in this game that I really was not expecting to like at all was the lockpicking system. Because in other games, lockpicking can be pretty annoying and oftentimes really repetitive and overly complicated. While in this game, it was pretty straightforward and simple, and I really liked that about it. Something else about this game that I really like are the hand-to-hand combat sections. Similarly to the lockpicking sections, they're pretty simple and straightforward and not overly complicated, because most of the time you're really only hitting a couple buttons at a time, so it's not that bad. I also really liked the card-based shooting in this game because it was pretty similar to card-based shooting in Grand Theft Auto or Gears of War, so it was pretty easy to get used to it. The city that the game takes place in is also pretty big. However, there's not really a whole lot to do in the game other than refill your health by going to restaurants and eating, and buying clothes and weapons, but it's a pretty cool city to walk around in. Now, it shouldn't really come as much of a surprise that a lot of the inspiration for this game comes from a lot of classic gangster movies, but most of the inspiration definitely comes from Goodfellas. A lot of the banter between a lot of the characters in this game are very reminiscent between the banter between the characters and Goodfellas. And even some of the scenes in this game are pretty similar to the scenes in Goodfellas. There's even a scene where a character is in a car and they have to bury him outside of the city, just like in Goodfellas. The writing and voice acting in this game were both pretty great. I was pretty surprised how much I liked the writing and how well the story was. It honestly felt like a movie. Oh yeah, and I think that this is kind of expected, but yeah, the graphics are pretty great in this game. I wasn't going to mention that because I feel like everyone probably already expects the graphics to be pretty good, and I never really care that much about graphics really in games. I mostly care about the gameplay, but the graphics in this game were... So I think that's all I have to say about this game. I said everything really there is to say about it. I said my problems with it, I said what I like about it. So I guess now I'll go into my grade. Mafia 2 gets an 8 out of 10. Good game, just a few small flaws. And next time I'm going to be talking about Mafia 3. And then we're going to play Mafia 1. Or I'm gonna play Mafia 1, and then we'll talk about it, but yeah. So that was the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to make this, and next time we're gonna be talking about Mafia 3, which was one of my least favorite Mafia games, but I've only played 2 of them. I have not played the original, which is why I'm looking forward to the Definitive Edition, which will come out in a month. Man, oh man. So yeah, if you have not subscribed already, please do so, because that will help me out a lot. And thank you and good night. Unless you're watching this in the afternoon, then good afternoon. Or if you're watching this in the morning, well, good morning. Yeah.